is it important to wrap your HTML input elements in a form tag? Well, let's talk about it. How's it going, everyone? I'm Kylan, and here I like to make programming fun and easy to understand. So if that sounds enjoyable to you, make sure you slap the subscribe button and let's get right into it. Whenever you're first learning HTML, the form tag seems like it's a completely irrelevant tag, but I promise you it's not. It just doesn't show its usefulness until you get to backend stuff. So the way that we create a form element is just by saying form, and what we're going to do is we're going to wrap our inputs into the form tag. Now, the form tag, as you can see, has done absolutely nothing over here. And the reason for the form tag is it is a lot of back-end stuff. So, whenever the form is submitted, there's a place that it's going to submit to, and there's a method that it's going to use to submit the form. So this action property, this is going to be where your form is submitted to. So let's say we want to submit it to /login. So whenever this form is submitted, it will be sent to /login. Now there's another one on this called method. And there's two possible for this. There's a get and a post. The get request is what is used to get something, whereas a post request is used to send something somewhere. So whenever you're submitting a form like a login, most of the time you're going to use what is called a post request. And this is going to take the information that's inside of the form whenever submitted, and it's going to send it to /login, and it's going to say, hey, I want to post this to the server. Now, as I said before, whenever you're first learning it, the form doesn't seem very important, and honestly, it's really not. Whenever you first learn it, it's just, there's no point in having a form. But it's good practice to get into because you will be using it a lot whenever you get to backend technologies. So the way that we're going to submit a form is we're going to need a button. And by default, any button that is clicked inside of a form is going to submit that form. So let's say submit, and we're actually going to give the button the attribute of type submit as well, just to make sure that this will submit the form. So let's say we're creating a login form and we are going to log in. So we're going to say username is Joe and password is Joe as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and submit the form, and it looks like this isn't working. What in the world is going on here? Well, see, the problem is we are trying to go to /login. We are trying to send data from our form over here. We're trying to send this data to /login. That's what the post request is saying. Send this information to this action place. So we're trying to send that information in that form to /login, and it doesn't know where /login is. And that's why it seems counterintuitive or completely useless to be using a form. And for the most part, you're right. Whenever you are first learning HTML and you have no place to submit a form to, it's for the most part completely useless to be using a form. But it's good to know exactly why we have the form element and exactly what the different methods or properties, I should say, are on the form, so that whenever we do get to backend technologies, we know how to use it. And that's a basic overview of the nearly completely useless form element that you'll never use until you get to backend technologies. So if you did like the video, make sure you slap a like on it. Check out the full playlist, link down in the description below. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.